Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another live edition of Dom Cicale's Mafia Roundtable. Hope everybody's having a great day. And we are back, folks. We're back. We're back in studio, on set, however you want to put it. Had a 4-day road trip in LA. 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 interviews. Went very well. Yesterday was with wrapped it up with Michael Franchese. Wait till you see that sit down. We got heated. We got up. We started fighting. He knocked me down. I got up again. He hit me again. No, I'm just joking. We had great time together. Really classy guy. Beyond classy. Beautiful wife, daughter, and really nice family. I gotta give it to him. I'm jealous of him. I'm envious of the way his life turned out, the way he is, and hopefully I'm down that same path eventually. But really a good guy. There's not enough words to compliment him, and especially we spent about 4 hours together, just going through things, going over everything. We spoke maybe on camera for about 2.5 hours. Then we also went on Cinemil. We're on Cinemil. We did that. Great guy. We went out for dinner, drinks afterwards. A lot of good things. A lot of good things happened. Michael now is holding official Crypto Nostra. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I had a kick up to the boss, folks. So we have the influencer program. So watch it. Find out how much I kicked up to the boss. Also, Cinemil, I'm waiting for their wallets. They're going to be OCN holders as well. And the first show we went on was Soft White Underbelly. So we did that. That'll be coming out. So all 3 of them. So we have some major platforms. And I want to thank Anna. Everybody thank Anna. She hooked everything up for me with Soft White Underbelly and Cinemils. So thank you, Anna. She's always there, always in the corner, behind the scenes. And it's greatly appreciated. So let's say hello to everybody. Get this party started. Bronx Bull, what's up? Big Arms, Raphael, Tina C. Nice to see you. All-Star says, Las Vegas line, Dom blue hat. Nope, Dom white shirt. Well, I got some white in the shirt. It's gray. Dom green shirt. Barona Piers, Gene to comment. We have Francisco. We have Big Arms. Kathleen, good to see you, Kathleen. David, good to see you. What's up? A real Bronx guy, too. Pelham Bay. We got Pelham Bay in the house, folks. That's another thing I'm going to talk about, too. My trip to New York. Giles, yeah, the first one was Saturday night at the Afterstock when the Earth Crust. Oh, okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. That was somebody else. Scully, good to see you. Cynthia, hello, my dear. How are you today, Cynthia? Francisco, been reading. Francisco said, good reading. Karen around here. Good. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Francisco. Giles, what's up? Tina, hi, Tina. How are you today? Glad everybody's here. Let's see. We'll scroll down some more. Susan, hello. Folks, more books will be going out tomorrow. Thursday, I'm in Sarasota filming with Michael. We're wrapping up our New York project that we did. So stay tuned for that as well. Anthony Michael, good to see you. Who else we have here? Let's see. Bill, what's up, William? Bill, how you doing today? Nancy Nicole in the house. SP, Anna, what's going on, Anna? Good to see you as always. Sam the Man, got Sam the Man in the house. SP says, Dom is such a great person. Who, me? Anna, I'm a miserable old man. I'm so happy for all the success. Happy to help in any way I can. Anna, you know I'm miserable. I'm miserable. I'm mean. I'm nasty. I'm foul. I eat with my fingers. I fart at the table. I belch at the table. I clean my teeth. I take my teeth out, lick around my chops. Yeah, I'm a foul person. Johnny Privalone, what's going on? Well, folks, really good time, good interviews. We have a lot. I mean, we have a lot going on. A lot more now. I don't even know where to start. Let's start with my filming in the Bronx. Big Arm says, Dom, when will the franchise video come? I think he said in a week and a half, he'll put it out. He'll let me know. I actually have to shoot him over. Very gracious. I explained to Michael about OCN, folks. So Michael said, sincerely, Dom, I'm getting it. I don't know crypto, but I explained to him what I have, my vision, how I'm building it, how we're different from other coins. And I would never, because as we know, crypto has a bad stigma. But just like Bitcoin, like I told them, people, if you're not aware, Bitcoin started out at 0.0, actually started out at nothing. Their first transaction, they bought pizza, Bitcoin pizza, at point, the coin was given at 0.004. Where we're sitting around where we're sitting at now. That's why I tell you people, put $5, $10 in a coin. That's it. You don't need much. You don't need much because the ecosystem we create is for success. It's not for pull. Bitcoin hasn't. There's no other coin that created the ecosystem we have created. Granted, things are coming out slower than I anticipate, but they're coming. We have everybody working on it. We have diligently. The metadata, the beta phase for the game should be out in the next day or two. Lee's running through. There was some glitches. He got to the third tier. It gave all the money out. So we can't have that happening. But the bank is going to be banked in smaller increments. So if there's any glitches, somebody winds up, it's not going to hurt us, the coin, or anything else. So I explained everything to Michael. He got more of a feel with it, understanding. And he told me, he said, Dom, what I'm going to do is I'm honest. And I didn't even ask. He said it afterwards. Honestly, I'm going to help push the coin. I believe in you. I believe in you. Just the way you people do. Thank you. And so he has a much, much bigger platform outreach. So we have him on board with us too now. So Rome wasn't built in a day. We also have Cinemills. There's another project I'm doing with them coming up. I told them when my New York project, when we break the release, I'm giving it to him first to break the release. That's what I do, folks. I look to, when you do good for other people, you try helping other people, it comes back tenfold. Really nice guy. And you know what? It just shows sincerity. You can't be jealous. You can't be envious. Where you hate people or you hate what they're doing. You try and knock it because you didn't do it, or maybe you did do it and you failed. Life is hard enough. So I always give people compliments when I see they're trying to succeed in life. They have a good program or venture, and I wish them the best. Just like Michael with his wines, franchise wines, excellent wine, really good tasting. And like I said, I'm going to get his links. I'm going to start promoting the wine too for him. And everything always comes back. Everything always comes back. And I didn't, like, I'm not asking for anything. Michael, at the end of the day, Dom, I'll get you. We do this, we do that. I got you covered. It's like, I know I'm okay. I'm doing it because I want to do it. And that's it. Listen, I have my own things going. We have a lot going on. And it's just about helping people, doing the right thing, showing your sincerity. And, that's the way I've always been my whole life. What's that? Biggs, thank you for the contribution. Big says, did you ever discuss cooperation with your wife? Did she freak out? Why put a hit on you and not Gene or somebody else? Finally, your worst regret. Oh, damn, you're asking a lot here. Okay. Did you ever discuss your cooperation? Yes. Actually, when I first met my wife, before I even kissed her, we were talking. And I told her on the next time we met up, I'm like, I have to tell you something. And she said, what is it? I said, I feel there's an attraction here. I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. And she says, no, there is. I said, okay, good. What I'm about to tell you, it's really none of your business at this point. However, I want to tell you because I want you to make a decision with your mind and not your heart. Because I know after a month or two, you get involved, you start falling in love. Now you make the decision out of love with your heart. But I'd rather you do it. You don't know me. I don't know you. Yes, there's a little bit of an attraction here. So I said, okay, what is it? And I told her, I explained to her my situation. She said, oh, okay. I said, you're all right with that? She said, absolutely. I'm okay with that. Just as long as you're not doing anything illegal. Said, so I did tell her. Second part of the question, did she freak out? No, she didn't freak out. So that was good. Why put a hit on you and not Gene? This is with all due respect, I like Gene a lot. We're two different people. Two different people totally. Two different statures out there. Where Gene never hurt Michael Nose, Mancuso, washwoman. I did. Michael Nose got a 15-year bid because of my cooperation. Vinnie, so the bosses, they did time. So there, and then I have some enemies out there. But Gene was on a different level than myself. But it just so happened that that's the way it was. But I don't back down from anybody, folks. I have video, and here's another. Let me finish up here. Finally, your worst regret. My worst regret. My worst regret. My worst regret. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. My worst regret. Believing in the streets. Believing in the streets, meaning my worst regret was believing in Vinnie. Believing in Vinnie. Now, you say why? We killed people together. Non-sanctioned hits. Came out of Vinnie's mouth. Dom, after this gets done, it never gets spoken about again. And he's schooling me on stuff I've already knew. I was already groomed by Ernie with that. Where he said, even if I come up to you a year later, I bring it up to you, you have to think I'm wearing a wire. Never gets mentioned. Vinnie, on 2 occasions, he mentioned it to Joe the Santoro hit. He mentioned the Pozzolo hit. If Vinnie keeps his mouth shut, doesn't say anything, I don't know what happened, I don't know, wasn't us. That's it. We never get arrested. Do you realize that, folks? We never get arrested. Vinnie got arrested for the Frank Santoro murder. And then, of course, they throw gambling, poker, all this stuff in there. But how did they find out? How did Joe Massino know? How did Sal Vitale know? Vinnie's big mouth. We're in the Bronx. They're in Queens. Not sanctioned. Vinnie could have said, Bo, I don't know. Everybody's blaming me. I had nothing to do with that. Why would I kill this guy? That's what Vinnie could have said. And that's it. Done. The only ones who knew were the people there. One of them's dead when we caught our case. It was Vinnie, Bruno, Anthony Donado, and myself. That's it. Nobody told Joe. Nobody told anybody. Vinnie told Joe. And Vinnie's exact words after the hit. If Joe asks anybody, do not tell him it didn't happen. I don't know. Say I don't know. And when Vinnie said that, we already did it. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. You learn quick. But that was my biggest regret. Just, it's sad. It's sad. His own big mouth got us all jammed up. So that was it. Now, folks, I was in New York for 3 days, and I see there's a guy, I don't even know him, talking about going to the Bronx. Dom, actually, Gene forwarded me over the link. Gene says, you know this guy? I said, no, I have no idea. He looks like maybe a gangbanger. I don't know. But he's talking about me that he has connections in the Bronx, and how could this rat go walking in the Bronx? You know how? At the end of the day, people know. People know. Listen, I could get served, but people know they're going to have a hard time serving me. That's for sure. And second, he's saying, well, he was out in the morning, the birds chirping. Yeah, no. Folks, I did shots early in the morning. Early in the morning when it was quiet so we could get good film in and to see the neighborhood. I did shots at nighttime, and then day shots. So in the day, I'm walking around the neighborhood. And you could see it from all the thumbnails that Michael put up on the videos. So sitting outside my grandmother's house on Mulford Avenue, Hazel Towers, walking around the building. Again, Wilkerson Park, Sally Daz, Waterbury, right by Vinnie's Club during the day. So White Plains Road, all over during the day. So yeah, day, night, morning shots. And that's right, I walked into Tommy's Pizza in the day, the afternoon, Louis and Ernie's, and Crosby. Got my slices, had to taste them. That's it. We didn't film there because I didn't want people, I had the guys to protect. So I was cautious with that, but I was there. It didn't stop me. So, you know, for people to say in the morning, yeah, I walked into Zeppieri and Son, that we filmed. It was the morning. So I didn't see anybody around. I told the guys, go ahead, light the cameras up. Let's do it. And that's what I did. Walked in, got the pastries. Nobody's around. Go ahead. So I'm looking out for their safety. Me, I could handle myself. So we filmed there. But there's a lot of footage, and that's it. So let's see what else we have. MR40, do you think that there were problems before? You mean Donnie Brasco, Colombo sound like a family with problems, Joe Gallo being upset leadership. There's always problems in organized crime. You know, there's always issues. A lot of things go untold, unsaid. A lot of times the street don't know about the inner, maybe the inner beefs with the, you know, in the inside amongst the family, what's going on, the turmoil that remains quiet at times. But there's problems in every family. So Butterfly Cases says, hello, Francisco. Okay. What's up? We got Up in the house. X Up. What's going on? Dom at Mods at Chat. Hello, all. Good to see you, girl. Good to see you. Joseph, upstate in the house. Mr. Bobby 781 says, hello, Cynthia. Mine Sykes. Sonny Black was the real. They all were. Sonny Black, Sonny Red, Big Trin, Phil. They were all powerhouses. Caesar, George from Canada. All powerhouses, all tough guys. And that's why they got killed. Joe Massino cleaned house. He didn't want killers. He wanted money guys. And that's what he got. And they all turned on him. So, you know, Cynthia, we have Bud in the house. Buck in the house. What's going on? Frank Scott, hey Dom, ever hear of Little Jimmy the East and Anthony DiMaggio? Mark, did you know them? No, I didn't. Ray's said, question, what was the rule about earning AIDS when a May guy has bad earnings? Are they allowed? I have no idea what you're talking about. If you could rephrase it, I'll read it. Kathleen says, Dom, did you know? No, Sally Tester, I did not know him. I never met Sally Tester. Johnny Privalone. So many good one-liners from that episode. Okay, that's to Anna. All Star says, Dom, who was your partner when you were under Vinnie? Aiello or something? Is he still there? Who was my partner? When I was with Vinnie, Vinnie was my partner. Vinnie and I were partners on everything, basically. We were inseparable. At one time, Joe Messino sent word out for me and Vinnie, we had to split up because we were being referenced Dom and Vinnie, Vinnie and Dom, Vinnie and Dom, Dom and Vinnie. You say one, they were actually because we were together so much. So we didn't listen though. Did for a few days, that didn't work, and that was it. That was the most stupid. Joe Messino, as smart as he was too, was as stupid sometimes with his rules. Like Vinny told me, he's like, Dom, you can't go to strip clubs, nightclubs. Joe doesn't want us to. I said, you're out of your mind. Well, Vinny, I'm going. You can't tell me not to go. I'm not listening. You know, I could tell you yes and sneak, but that's not my style, Vin. That's what I told him. That's not my style, and you know that. But I'm going. You can begrudge me. I just came home from jail 10 years. I can't go to a strip club or a club. I'm going. Like, really? Why? He's 70 years old, 3,000 pounds. Like, he already did that. So he's going to begrudge me. I'm a street guy. Vinny said, I know, good point. Just don't start any fights. 2 weeks later, we get into a whole big, cleared out the place. But and then Vinny said, Dom, what happened? Well, PJ got into a fight. What am I'm not supposed to help him? It's my brother. Can't dog it. He said, you're right. You made a good point. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. But Nino Gaji, Dom, I heard how you used to go to make payments at the lawyer's office on Morris Park on top of the Dino and Liberty, real low-key style with a baseball cap and glasses. Vinny would have the glasses. I really never wore sunglasses. Once in a while I wear them, but always baseball caps, sweat clothes. People, a lot of my clothes too, I would have holes in them, ripped shirt. I didn't care. Workout clothes. Wasn't there to impress when I'm in the neighborhood. Now, when I get dressed up, if I have a sit down or something, it's different. If I have to meet somebody, it's in the city, Queens, Brooklyn. So I'm out of my neighborhood, so I didn't care. But yeah, no, I've always kept it low keyed. I didn't have to. I'm not. I call it the Ralphie Balsamos of the world. I have to dress up, sports jacket, standing on a corner, sweating for nothing, just a profile. That wasn't me. Who do we have? Raise again. Question: what was the rule about? Hearing aids. I never heard anything with hearing aids, but I agree that I'm sure there was. When a made guy had a bad hearing, are they allowed or considered as a wire bug surveillance? That's a really good question. So I'm French. That's a really good question. We never came across that. Never came across that. I think you depend who it was, make an exception. But really good question. That's a stumper. I gotta ask Michael with that one. I have to ask Michael with that one. It's above my pay grade. Butterfly Kisses, that's the Francisco. Up says, where are you? It just skipped on me. Come on up. Where are you hiding now? Okay, up. My favorite pizzeria in Valhalla, Westchester, New York. It's called Dom and Vinny's Pizzeria. Nah, get it. Up, you have to take a picture of it and send it. You have to definitely send it. I think you're pulling my leg with that one. 777. Okay, it's not to me. Daniel says, Dom, give me the rundown on Vinny Asaro. I know you said he was shelved when you were around, but I've heard rumors that at one point they wanted him to be boss. Listen, 10 billion% that's not true. Vinny Asaro might have told people that, told civilians, people around him. Definitely probably told them that. Vinnie Asaro was shelved. Vinnie Asaro abused his guys when he was a captain. Joe Messino shelved him and put his son Jerry in his place. As far as Michael, number one, at that time, Vinnie had control with Michael of the crime family when we got locked up. They might take him off the shelf, but you're not going to go from a soldier, from a regular made guy to a boss. Why would they let him be a boss? He was well known to abuse his guys, take his guys' money. Why? And why would it go to him? There are a lot of other guys there, like Camarano, Jerry Asaro, who were well suited for that position. So I have to totally disagree with that assessment. Not saying that Vinnie Asaro didn't tell the people out there, told people that weren't made. They're asking him to be boss. I don't want to take it, just to make himself feel good or to impress the people he's around. But that was part of his character. That's why he was shelved. So, but him as a boss never happened. Never happened. So, and I have nothing against him. All I heard was good, like wild stories with him. So, you know. How accurate is Joe Bonanno's book? I don't know. I never read it. Never read it. Matter of fact, I didn't even read Vinny's book. Dom, did you know Anthony Donado? I knew Anthony Donado. We were inseparable. Vinny, that was Vinny's right hand. Left hand, I was his right. But Anthony used to run all the number locations for Vinny and the construction side of it. Then when it got to the point when they started growing construction, Anthony got out of the numbers, but would get his cut. And they put, I think, what's his name in charge of the numbers? Alan. Alan was in charge, took over Anthony's spots, his locations. Then he also put other people, different locations, spread it around. Because he didn't want to bring heat to Anthony, because Anthony was doing the day-to-day operations in the construction business. So, yes, but I know Anthony very well. Great, great guy. Love him. Felt bad when I cooperated. But, you know, he was smart enough to take a plea. Who else do we have? Daniel says, yeah, Vinny was definitely a maniac. I saw him choke out 3 people in McDonald's. Yeah, you know, that's not boss material. It's not getting into a road rage with somebody and then having their car set on fire. That's not boss material. That's for sure. John says, question. Did you know John, Del Toro? No, I didn't. Didn't know him. Big arms, Dom. Do you think the bikers like the Hells Angels, Banditos, and so on are more powerful than the mob now? They're all over the world. Well, power, it doesn't have to be in numbers. You know, as far as power, yeah, they're bigger organizations. They have more of a reach. But a lot of them, too, are legitimate guys. They're not, just because you're a biker doesn't mean you're a criminal. Now you have your 1%ers, that's different. But even them, some of them, they're hardworking guys. They're not criminals. They're just 1%ers. They'll fight. You know, they'll fight. They'll get down. So, you know, it depends who you mess with, who you go up against, and your opponents. That's it. But anybody could be tough. It's not hard pulling out a gun and pulling the trigger. It's not hard at all. And you just have to, you know what you're doing. But so numbers don't matter. Numbers don't matter. Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm caught, there's 20 guys around me. Yeah, numbers matter then. But when you're when you have a group and organization, I'd rather have quality than quantity. That's for sure. Take that anytime. Anytime. Mr. 40 says, his book breaks down the structure of the families. Were upset about the FBI. Had recordings on Paul Castellano complaining. Okay. Thank you. Talking about Joe Bonanno's book, folks. Mr. Bobby, did you ever go to Angelo Prrisco's club? No, I never went to clubs. I wasn't a club guy, but I knew Angelo. I knew Angelo when I was a kid. Actually, he dated my mother back in the day. I might have been 6, 7 years old. And like I said before, he had these Mickey Mouse clocks. It was a Mickey Mouse clock about this big, and it had the strap. The strap you put on the wall, and it's a big clock. So I remember him giving me, my cousins, he gave us all a clock. He came in with like 3 or 4 of them. And that was on Pilgrim Avenue in the Bronx, where my Uncle Joe and Aunt Barbara used to live. My Uncle Joe was close, and I'll tell you stories about Angelo Prrisco with my Uncle Joe. He was a cop in the New York Police Department, but we'll save that for a later date. Robert says, press the like button, everybody. People, hit that damn like button. Damn. Show me some love. Give me some love, folks. Listen, last night, I get to the airport. I'm 2 hours early. So I order some nachos. I'm sitting at a bar, and I'm milking my drinks. I have maybe 3 drinks. Now, all of a sudden, they call the flight in. I go in. I sit down. So she comes around with the I'm waiting. It depends. It depends on the flight attendant. But she turned around. She says, do you want orange juice or water? I felt like saying I would like a drink, but I didn't say that. So I said, no, I'm okay. Thank you. I have my headset in. I'm watching some TikTok, laughing. So all of a sudden, she comes back around like 2 minutes later, and I hear her. I'm in the second row. Says, what would you like to drink? Would you like a cocktail, to the other people? So she says, well, they're having some mechanical issues. We'll be delayed a little bit. So I'll give you people drinks. So she comes to me. I said, I'll have a double, Tito's, and what is it? Tonic was. She comes back. She says, there's only a splash, the 2 bottles. I said, that's all right. It's fine. Sipping it. Done. I have maybe about this much left in it. All of a sudden, I didn't even say anything. She came back and swapped me out, gave me another one. I said, gee, thank you. I appreciate that. Finished about half of that. And then she, the plane was ready to take off. So she came, took the cup. Folks, I dozed off. I woke up. There's 5 minutes left of the flight with landing. I slept the entire flight. So it was not a restful sleep, but it was a sleep. So I laughed at that one. She knew what she was doing. Let me get him shalooped. This way he'll sleep. I missed the meal, everything. So what can you do? Daniel, thank you for the contribution. Dom, with the amount of super chats I send, you can clearly see I'm an earner. What's it take to get a guy a team button? Wow. You know what? Very good. Very good. I like that. I like that. Really good. You know what? Since Francisco got shelved for a short time, we might put Francisco back. You just got your button, Daniel. Thank you. Thank you. See, I got my shooters like Anna and Cynthia. They're my thugs. And then I got my earners like Daniel, just got his button. So thank you, Daniel. Appreciate that. Butterfly kisses. Patrick Shane, Nadeau. Gonna be crying now. What happened? What happened now, folks? Butterfly kisses. What happened with Nadeau? You have to give me the gossip. Give me the gossip, folks. Okay. A77 said, Nadeau uploaded recently and didn't look beat up. I have no idea what happened. Somebody tell me. Nancy Nicole says, question, Dom, do you think these mob genre guys should be talking about what is going on in the streets now, or should they stick to mob history? Thanks. Well, once in a while, I talk about what goes on in the streets, but I'm from people. I'm not calling people who's a captain, who's a soldier. I always ask questions about certain people out there. Are they made? Are they not? No, I stick up for people. There's times I will go off if I have a hair up my nose because of what I hear, what they say, what they try to do. But I feel it's okay for somebody like me to talk if I have something to say because there's more going on behind the scenes with me. Somebody like a Bernstein and a dude, no, they go on, they make allegations like they blew out Bruno's the consigliere of the family. Why? Why? The guy's on parole. Why? Why would you say that? That's where I disagree. That's where I agree with you, though. So good question. Craig says, Dom, I'm no chopped liver either. There you go. There you go. Nino Gaji, Dom, what Albanian guys did you know growing up besides Nicky and Alex? There was another Alex, Dominick, which was Alex Rudai's cousin. I was close with him. I used to give him the ecstasy pills. He would get rid of them like candies. And then all the whole group of them. But that was it. Those the top ones. Those are the ones I interacted. Daniel, thank you again for the contribution. Nice. You need me to take care of a piece of work, maybe to do. Just kidding. Nah, Daniel, you know what? He's harmless. He's harmless. You know what? For somebody to be that pathetic, just like you have to feel sorry for them. You have to feel sorry for them. Just look at them. And you know what? Jeff, some advice. I'm going to give you some advice. Stay back from the camera because when you go close, it doesn't look good. Like you're not like, get your teeth fixed. Get your teeth fixed, Jeff. Please do something. Or stay back from the camera. I think it's a better look for you. Staying back. You staying up, it's not doing you justice. Ryan Brown, thank you for the contribution. I only heard Vinnie Asaro when he got acquitted for the Lufthansa heist. He sounded like a homeless old man, but heard he had a short fuse. Absolutely, very short fuse. He was a wild child, that's for sure. Without a doubt, wild child. So there's no doubt about that. Let me see. Live chat, fan funding, make sure I got everybody. Oh, I missed a few. I'm sorry. We have Daniel again. What's up, everybody? Thank you for that first contribution. Ryan Brown, what's up? Ryan Brown said, Dom, when you first met Randy and gave him a green light to put his hands up, and he didn't, and he did, how quickly would he have been KO'd? Would he have get shots in? Yeah, anybody could get a shot in, but I sized him up real quick. And I didn't see him. I would have kept him back. I think I was quick. I know I was quicker than him. I was in the gym every day too, so I was sparring. So right now, if I fought, I'm going to be rusty. So here's what happens: my timing is off. My punching power right now might be at 50%, 40, 50%. My reaction time slower. I guarantee you after a month, my punching power will be up to maybe 85, 90%. My timing will be crisp. And my my punching power timing crisp. And my reaction time will be much better. Because, you just fall back in line. You start targeting. You lose it. You lose it. But once you start going back in, you start hitting the bags. You're hitting the mitts. You're throwing. You get your timing, you get your movement better. You start getting more into a rhythm. So back then, I would have ate him up. Might have just, I don't know. So it depends on his jaw. I didn't know what type of jaw he had. So, that's it. So, let's see. Grudge 77. Thank you, folks. Hit that like button. Grudge 77. I was watching this cool video today about how Holyfield trained for Tyson. Yeah, no, it's a lot of work, folks. It's definitely a lot of work training. And you see Tyson's fights, his power, the way his whole body comes in. That's where it comes in. It comes from really your base. Your base is your glutes, your thighs, and then your hips. When you twist, you turn, you spin, turn over with the hands. There's a lot to it. There's a lot to, but if you know how to throw a punch properly, you could do a lot of damage. You definitely, anybody can. Michael says, Dom, what do you think Big Ernie thinks about Mikey Knows? Do you think he would ever meet with him? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. 1,000%. Barney would meet with him if anybody. Barney, there's no respect for him. None, zero. And I know that for a fact, not from him. Quiet Dom. Quiet Dom. Remember, Quiet Dom said it's an effing disgrace what they're doing to you out there. Who was doing it? Michael Knows. He was the acting boss. And Dom blamed Vinnie. Dom felt Vinnie could control it because he was the boss. So, yeah, he said that's effing shame. So Ernie got the same thing. So, no. And I'm sure he wouldn't. He wouldn't. You know what? I had a conversation with a street guy today. We're talking. And we're going back and forth. And I'm venting about some things. He's like, Dom, you've come this far. Just, I say, I know. It's just frustrating. I'm used to a certain way with my life. It's hard because now I'm a civilian and you have to suck up things. And sometimes things are difficult to suck up. So we bring up Michael. He says, Dom, that guy is a piece of garbage. This guy approached Michael on a number of occasions way back in the day, way back. And he said, the guy is a barbarian. He has no brain, no concept for anything. He's just certain people, they're just totally negative. That's Michael. There's nothing ever positive with him. He's not witty. He's not sharp. He's not funny. It's always about gossip and just, I said, you know what, pal? You're right. You are absolutely right. So he says, I'm surprised nobody didn't take him down. I said, well, look at the guys out there. Nobody cares. Like, that's the difference within the Bonanno crime family, of course. So that's what's different. Mike G says, Dom. Okay, I read that one. Tammy, please, Dom. I would so very much like to know if anyone felt anything for Frankie's Doberman that was also killed. No, the dog never got killed. We never shot the dog. Dog ran. The dog ran. Now, if the dog got hit by the car, I didn't know. I never heard the dog got killed by a car. The dog ran. As soon as I came out, Frankie turned around, boom, boom, boom. I started firing. The dog took off. And then Bruno said that dog went running past him. So, no, we never shot the dog. So, if something happened to the dog, please, I'd like to know. Lewis, my military friends called me Big Luca Cabrazzi my entire 22 career. Lenny Montana was much bigger than me. Nice. What was that? Bronx Bull says, out of Pelham Bay. We got Pelham Bay in the house. I was just there. You know what? The trees, man, the park system, they better cut those damn trees. Trees got massive, but they need to be trimmed up. I'm like, damn, these trees are big. Jeremy 2P, rumors are Nadu pooped himself after he was given a gut punch Saturday night in Queens Club. Messy kid. Nah, come on. Get out of here. Come on, I can't believe that. Sam the Man says, 291 watching, 110 likes. People hit the like button. Come on. You can hit the like button. You don't have to worry. You're not going to get electrocuted. And you see my table's a mess. I'm just noticing. I'm like, what's over here? That's because I actually had a rush in here today. My life ain't easy. I got up. I'm doing cat food, mowing the lawn, to get everything in order. So, but We have Daniel. Thank you again for the contribution. It's greatly appreciated. Have you ever heard of Roman? What's that? Coaster? I think he was around the Lucchese's. No, I never heard of him. I think he was punching rugs, doing 25 now. His nickname was Roman the Jew, stand-up dude. No, I don't know him. Now, there was a guy, but he's dead now. Bobby Heartburn. Bobby Heartburn. He looked like a big George Clooney, blockhead, massive hands. He was a heavyweight fighter, punchy. That's the guy that Vicamuso and Gaspipe shot up for Oscar Ansorian. So I told that story once before. He was trying on a suit. They called Oscar. He said, well, I don't think your friend's going to ever wear that sports jacket he was just trying on. Lo and behold, he wound up living after they shot him up. So big guy, strong guy. So that's what happened, folks. Nadu got punched in the gut. So Scully, I boxed when I was a young Anthony. I hated running. I used to run in the winter. I would come home, my head would be pounding. You know what? I hated running too, but I did it because I was in basketball. But when I was away in jail, so I'd run 5 miles a day, and then you get that runner's high. I used to love it. Early in the morning, they would crack the doors at 5 a.m. I go out. In the cold, you see the stars outside. I would just run, put my headsets on, and I loved it. Loved the crisp air. So it was nice. Just making it TV. Oklahoma City in the house. We got Oklahoma City. The man, Dominick, you're the real last OG. Thank you. Thank you. I used to be. I'm just Dom Cicale now. That's it. Dom Cicale, the brand. Cynthia says, All-Star, Hootie and Dom. Hootie be crying. I'm not, listen, I'm going to leave it at that. So I will be in Miami on Friday. I'm heading down there. So, you know, just want to see. That's it. Going to meet Gene. So, Tommy says, Queens, I heard he was with the girl who set him up possibly. So it's true Nadu got punched in the gut this week, folks. Is that true? Icy says Gene should go to Joey's cheesesteak shop while you go to Nadu's town. Oh, listen. We'll see. I'll just leave it at that. So, Brown Snake, Dom, commander of Corona Control of Coins, watchman of washwomen, and Italian prince that was promised. Thank you. Anna's boxing Sammy. I put my money on Anna. Oh, listen, Anna, I'm not even going to go there with her. Oh, my Lord. I had her dying. I was dying laughing. I was cracking on her I think it was yesterday, Anna. Oh, my Lord, because we were thanking her for the interviews and everything. And then I said, hey, woo. She said, no. I said, oh, my God. I started ragging. Listen, she's a great person, good personality. And I got much respect for you. Much respect. And I apologize for that, what that little tyrant did to you. It's disgusting. Scully says, I need a box now. Okay. Craig says, Dom, betting odds say Hootie ID nowhere near Miami on Fridays. Definitely don't want the smoke. I don't want smoke either, but you know what? If somebody has something to say, let's, and we could nip this in the butt real quick. Okay. Because I want to see all those words that cop call a punk, sissy, this, some, that. We'll see. Say it to my face. That's all I'm going to say. Say it to my face. Come on. Would you have to say? Don't start off with you said you were sorry. We're not even going to go there. Everything you said in the video. Come on. Now say it. You have it on your mind. Say it. That's it. So you once said to my face. Brown snake. Nadeau's town is called Lancaster, Pennsylvania, PA. He hides amongst the PA Dutch and Amish communities. He would strike me as someone, I'm sorry, it's skipping, as someone in the witness protection program with that haircut up there wouldn't even go to the point. 200 likes, people. Please hit the like button. That's Sam the man said. Sam just told me, he says he's going to shut the channel down. Anna, Anna's laughing. Nancy Nicole, question. Dom, did you see Vlad's interview? Gerard Gravano with Sammy. What's that all about? Thanks. No, I didn't see it, but I'll check it out tonight. If I'm mentioning it, stay tuned for tomorrow. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Anna, you have my back? If I was mentioning it, do you have my back, Anna? Daniel, thank you again for the contribution. Who does everyone like in the Canelo versus Crawford fight? I like Crawford. I haven't even watched fights. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate that. I haven't even watched fights like that. I'm going to start. I fall asleep. So I'm up all day, all morning. So I can't wait to get to the gym tomorrow morning and get a workout in, that's for sure. Marco, Jeff Nadeau gets beat up just like shadow boxing. Okay. Joseph says, Camelot. Okay. People, we're going to start wrapping it up. Wish everybody the best. Enjoy everything. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We'll be on. Thursday, I will be in Sarasota. We're going to finish up the filming over there on the project we're working for. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Much love, much respect. Peace out. So good night, Bronx Bull, Salvatore. Good night. Wait. I caught something, Salvatore. Barney is so smart. There is no way he's meeting Michael Knows. He would send his underling. Barney's not that smart because he got jammed up with women, putting them on companies like he's evading something. So he's smart, book smart. Street smart, I think he's overrated. But you're right. He probably would definitely send an underling to Michael. Do you come to upstate New York at all? Yeah, I was up in Greenwood Lake. I was up there too. Went to Greenwood Lake. So everybody have a good night. Camelo, Dan F, Grudge 77, Anna, good night. Wise Guy, Sam the Man, Gulf, good night. Johnny V, CJ, Mind Psychic, Francisco, Patrick, good night. Good night, everybody. See everybody tomorrow night. And I'm going to check out, see with Sammy and Gerard if they had anything negative to say. He'll be on and popping tomorrow. That's for sure. Because you know why? We don't start the fights. We don't back down from them, but we will win them. And people, go check out OCN The Coin. And I will have a definitive answer on the beta status tomorrow with the gaming app. So we know we submitted the paperwork to Apple. It's already given back to us. It's under the OCN name already. It's out of the developer's hands, but he's still making adjustments to the game. So everybody have a wonderful evening. Peace out. Thank you. Much love and respect. Love you all.